Welcome back to another episode of Branching Out with F&M Bank. I'm your host, Mary Pavlovskaya, and today I'm joined by Andrea Dono of the Harrisonburg Downtown Renaissance. Thanks for joining me, Andrea.
Thanks, Mary.
So we talked a little bit last time about our COVID response in Harrisonburg. This time I want to get into a little bit about what the programs are looking like for the rest of the year. What's the plan as we get into that holiday season?
Yeah, we definitely want to put a lot of resources into making sure people know that one of the most important things that they can do this time of year is to spend money with their small businesses, because you can love a small business, but if you're not supporting them, if you're able, it makes it very hard for them to stick around. So they got to be more than something that's nice to look at. You got to actually support them. So a lot of small businesses are doing online sales. They'll do local delivery, they'll do shipping, and then they'll also do quick pickup too on the curbside. So there's a lot of businesses that are trying to be very accommodating and make sure that holiday shopping is as easy and comfortable and safe as possible. So we want to get the word out about that, and also remind people that every time that you spend money with a small business, that recycles money back into the community. So they create jobs for your neighbors, they support community groups such as ours and others, and they recycle money back into the local tax revenue base. So it's really important, and they're the ones who are your neighbors and they're supporting the community, so it's time that we support them.
So businesses have been struggling, but I know definitely nonprofits have really struggled during COVID. What's the forecast look like for them for the rest of the year?
I think for nonprofits, a little bit different for each nonprofit organization. So if they're a nonprofit that relies on interacting with the public through events or offering something like First Fridays or getting people involved in things, or private donations, it's been a struggle. A lot of funding streams have been shifted. It's been a little bit more difficult to fund our organizations. It's been a tough year, and so for us, we're going to be launching Back the Burg, which is something that we do every year, where we invite people to support our organization with a donation of any size. And this year we're hoping that we can do that with videos to have small businesses talk about what we were able to do with them this year for the long-term sustainability of downtown.
I'm so glad to hear that, and I hope people kind of rush to help support Harrisonburg, because we really want to have it past the COVID crisis. So that's really exciting.
People are so generous here. Even when the pandemic first hit, we really kind of rolled back some of our campaigns for soliciting donations, because we knew that other nonprofits who were providing human services really needed to get that funding to help people who were suddenly out of jobs or not able to pay their rent or utilities. So we really wanted to not contribute to the noise out there. But we're at the point now where we're really trying to make sure that we're able to continue moving forward, and we continue looking for grants ourselves, and so I'll be working on those applications, and we'll just continue communicating with our community, because they've been so supportive over the years.
That's awesome. One question about the decorations, because I know you guys do a beautiful decoration in Harrisonburg. Is that something we can expect this year? Do you hope that it'll bring people back into Harrisonburg for the holiday season?
Yeah, we're hoping that we're still going to deck downtown for the holidays, and we do purchase the decorations that you see lining Main Street, the beautiful snowflakes and the street lights, and luckily we have a partnership with the city and HEC, Harrisonburg Electric Commission, and they put them up there on the bucket trucks for us. So we do want people to come back downtown and feel like it's special, because we need things that are joyful, and I think that's one of the things that we're looking towards next year. So once we can figure out our funding situation, if we're able to launch a program, I'm hoping it can be something that infuses joy back into the community. So certainly holiday decorations, those are really uplifting. It's, you know, the leaves fall from the trees and then you have these beautiful lights come up, so it makes it okay. But I know a lot of people are tired of staying at home, and they long to see their friends and to do things that feel normal. And so I think it's taking a toll on people's mental health, and I know folks identify downtown Harrisonburg as kind of like the living room for the community. So how can we turn this special place into a place where we can address some of those issues? So I've been researching a bunch of different things that potentially we can do to bring joy back into the community, and if we can have volunteers come out and help us make some of these little activations happen, we are all for it.
So tell me, how can people get involved with the HDR and donate, volunteer?
Yeah, so there's a number of different ways that we like to communicate with folks. We have a very active Facebook page, so if you look for Harrisonburg Downtown Renaissance, you'll find us. And we also have a newsletter that we have come out every other week, and we'll include news about what's happening downtown with the businesses, and then also news about what we're working on. So whenever there's volunteer opportunities, we'll put it in there. And we tell people what we're up to, like what's going on behind you right now.
Well, tell us a little bit about that, because I see a construction netting, but I'm not really sure. Are you guys involved with this?
Yeah. So for people who aren't sure where we are right now, we're really close to the Farmers Market Pavilion. So this is the Love Work sculpture that we helped make happen years and years back with the Arts Council. And we teamed up with them once again, also in partnership with Harrisonburg High School, to come up with a new art installation. So we are finally having a new sculpture added to the space behind the Arts Council building right here by the Love Sculpture. And we're really excited because it's by a local artist, and it's something that we've been fundraising for quite some time, and it's going to represent kind of like our region with a kind of simulation of our skyline. So our skyline I think of as our mountains that surround us. So it's going to be a series of kind of waving mountains, and it's going to be something that you can sit on or walk near. There's not going to be signs that say, you know, don't touch. This is very much going to be something for the community, and we're inviting the Harrisonburg High School students to talk about things that are important to them, their values, and a lot of them talk about, you know, the diversity of their school and how there's so many languages spoken there. And when you talk to them, they say, yeah, that's really important to me. I really love understanding where, you know, my friends come from, and you know, to embrace that diversity. And so we want to embody that with this art sculpture, and they're going to create, help the artists create these stencils that we'll have the community come in and paint sometime next year.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited when it finally comes to fruition. That's going to be really great for downtown, even past COVID. I can't wait for a time that everybody can just walk around downtown and not feel afraid. So.
Yeah, and once it's up to, even if we're still dealing with the pandemic, it's, you know, things that are outside are things you can still interact with, so you can enjoy it safely.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's been great talking to you again, Andrea. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about the future of Harrisonburg. Looks like you guys got a lot going on, and I'm excited to see how it ends. But
thanks, Mary.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Branching Out with F&M Bank.